have the selection buttons here as usual. So meron tayong apat na selection buttons. One will be for the frequency, the other one for the duty cycle, tapos yung time or yung duration ng treatment, and then last one is for intensity. Okay, so this one is for frequency, this one is for duty cycle, this one is for duration or yung time ng treatment, and then this one is for your intensity. Okay? And then meron tayong malaking knob. Yung malaking knob natin para dun sa first three options natin. Okay? Yung intensity, okay? Binabago natin siya or ina-adjust natin yung intensity using the smaller knob. Okay? And then, of course, you have the start button. So, the enter button. So, pag magsa-start ka ng treatment. So, dito sa machine na to, yung head niya, automatic, kapag hindi naka-in contact yung head sa surface na iti-treat mo, hindi siya nag-i-emit ng sound energy. Okay? So, hindi natin magiging problem yung crystal sa loob. Unlike dun sa malaking machine kanina na kailangan, di ba, gumagalaw ka na bago mo increase yung intensity kasi nag-i-emit na siya ng sound. For this one, as long as hindi in contact yung head sa surface, so walang sound energy na nare-release. So makikita natin yon pag nakailaw yung green ring dun sa head. Pag nakailaw siya, ibig sabihin, hindi siya nag-i-emit ng sound. Okay? Mapapansin nyo, pag nilagay nyo siya in contact dun sa skin, mamawala yung ilaw, meaning nagsastart na siya mag-emit ng sound. Okay? So, sige. So, yung on and off switch niya, nandito sa likod. So, yun lang naman yung switch sa likod, so hindi naman kayo mga confused. Okay? So, nakita nyo nakailaw, so that means walang sound energy na ini-emit. And then, ang una nyo makikita kagad sa screen, okay? So, meron tayong, again, apat na options here. So, pag nagbi-blink yung time, that means nagsistart na mag-give off ng sound energy. So, dito, since hindi pa nga in contact yung head dun sa surface, so wala pa siyang, hindi pa nagsistart yung time. Okay? Kaya nakasteady lang yung time natin. Okay? So, for example, so sa frequency, unlike sa Sonopulse na yung orange machine doon, meron tayong small and big head. Okay? Dito, isa lang yung head na ginagamit natin. But we can change the frequency of the head. Okay? Dun sa setting ng machine. So, ang nakasetup na dito is 3 MHz. Okay? So, let's say for example, sige, saan nga natin ginagamit ang 3 MHz na head? Okay, kapag mas superficial yung structure. If the structure is deeper, then we use a lesser frequency, usually 1 MHz. So, for example, you're going to treat, halimbawa, low back. Okay, so kung lumbar area yan, para lumbars yung i-ultrasound mo, then most likely you will be using the lower frequency, so 1 MHz. Halimbawa, 1 MHz yung gusto nyo, so you press the button na katapat nung frequency, okay? And then magbiblink siya, meaning yun yung adjustable na parameter, and then you use your big knob to adjust. Okay, so you just choose 1 or 3, depende kung saang area kayo mag-apply ng ultrasound. For example, let's go with 1 MHz. Okay, and then for example, yung sa pangalawang option, you have your duty cycle. So, nakalagay dito 100%. So, pag 100%, that is your continuous ultrasound. Okay? So, again, dito, pwede natin palitan yung duty cycle niya. So, for example, the case is acute. Okay? Again, we don't want thermal effect. So, gusto natin intermittent or pulsed yung ultrasound natin. So, you press the selection button nakatapat nung duty cycle, and then pwede mo siyang i-adjust to 10%, 20%, 50, 80, 100, or even, yes.
Ma'am, sa mga given cases, may sasabihin po ba sila kung ilang percent? Or ikaw na ba?
Hindi. Kayo yung magde-decide, let's say, for example, acute yung case. Tapos, syempre, pag acute yung case, gusto natin pulse yung ultrasound. Kayo yung mag-determine kung anong duty cycle yung pwede natin gamitin. Syempre, the higher the duty cycle, meaning mas malaki yung percentage, mas most likely na magpo-produce siya ng thermal effects. Okay? Kung very acute talaga yung case, syempre, mas gusto mo, mas mababa yung duty cycle.
Mga 50 lang.
Usually, ang ginagamit natin pag very acute cases, 20%. Okay? And then, kung sub-acute, 50 to 80. And then, of course, kung chronic cases, we use continuous. Okay?
Po ba? Continuous. Iba 100 lang po talaga nakakasama.
Yes, 100%. Meaning, 100% of the time, nag-i-emit ng heat yung ultrasound.
So, ma'am, maximum na po po sa machine yun.
Yes, 100% lang siya.
Tapos pag acute po, dapat po lower.
Lower. Okay? So again, dahil ayaw natin ng thermal effect. So gusto natin intermittent yung bigay ng sound energy. Okay? And then, if you want to adjust the time, so normally nakaset na naman siya ng 5 minutes. So our clinical application usually lasts for just 5 minutes per area. Okay? So kung bilateral low back yan, so 5 minutes on the right, 5 minutes on the left. So, hindi na natin gagalawin yung time. Okay, once kasi natapos yung time, and then na-reset yung settings, nasa 5 pa rin siya. Okay, so kung kung yung kabilang area naman yung ititreat mo, hindi mo na siya kailangan i-adjust. Yes. And then, yung intensity, so nakita niya, nagbe-blink yung intensity. So, that means na pwede natin siyang i-adjust. Okay? So, yung intensity again is adjustable using this smaller knob. So, pwedeng you can go higher. Usually, the application of ultrasound, especially for chronic cases, ang pinaka-optimal is 1.5 watts per centimeter squared. Okay? Pero we can go as low as, 0.5. Okay? Especially kapag acute yung cases. Okay? So, mas acute and mas delicate yung case, usually we use lesser intensity.
Sa iba rin po.
Yes. Even with the other machines.
So, range lang po yung 0.5 to 1.5.
Yes, okay, that's range. That's the acceptable range, okay? Pero ang most commonly used talaga na in terms of clinical practice, 1.5 watts per cm squared, okay? Regardless of the surface area, kung gaano man kalaki yung area na ititreat mo. So, ang mag-matter lang would be pwedeng yung chronicity ng condition. So, again, pag acute, gusto natin mas mababa yung intensity. Pero kung usually naman, let's say, for example, low back pain. So, kung may low back pain, let's say, due to improper posture, so most likely chronic yan. So, mas ginagamit natin yung mas mataas na intensity, which is at most 1.5 watts per cm squared. Pero, makikita nyo sa references, they would suggest hanggang 2 watts per centimeter squared, acceptable. Okay, but for clinical practice, we use 1.5. Yun yung pinaka-average na. Okay? So, ganun na lang yung so, kung nakaset na siya sa 1.5, usually naka-default siya at 1.5. So, kung hindi mo na siya babaguhin, so you let that, leave that at 1.5. Okay? So, paano tayo ngayon mag-start with this machine? Okay, sige. Sinong gustong mag-subject?
Saan kanina pa ba nagbi-blink to? Or
Hindi, nagbi-blink talaga siya.
kanina
Nagbi-blink talaga siya on its own. So, pag prines ko to, okay, magbi-blink siya. Kasi magkaiba sila ng sound. Okay? So,
wala na
ito,
pong pipindutin para mag-blink.
hindi, pag pinindot kasi natin to, pwede nating palitan yung unit. You can use either, okay? So, pwede mo siyang baguhin ng watts or, yan. Okay? So, pwedeng watts lang yung gamitin mo. Pero again, we use watts per cm squared.
Naka-set na po sa to.
Naka-default kasi siya at watts per centimeter squared. So, yun na yung gagamitin natin. Anong pinagkaiba ng watts lang sa watts per cm squared? Pag watts per cm squared yung ginagamit natin, kino-consider natin yung laki ng area na tinitreat natin. So, that means na kada isang square centimeter of the area being treated, 1.5 watts yung nabibigay doon. Unlike, for example, kanina, in-adjust natin siya sa watts, ang counterpart niya is 7.5. So, that means 7.5 watts, pero distributed siya all throughout the area na tinitreat mo. So, pwedeng hindi equal yung distribution. Okay? That's why, gusto natin yung, kino-consider yung surface area na tinitreat
So,
natin.
kapag low back, tas yung hati-hati, yung dapat 5 minutes dito, 5 minutes dito, dapat may CMC.
Yes. Ang intensity natin, lagi dapat may centimeters. Okay? Sige, sino gustong mag-patient? Demonstrate ko lang kung paano siya